Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day, great week. I'm having a great week. The air is starting to turn a little bit, and it's getting a little chillier now. Days are nice, but the evenings are cold, but that's just the way it is, says Bruce Hornsby in the range. Hey, Jackie, thank you very much. Yes, almost birthday, Mark. Tomorrow is my birthday, and I don't look a day over 42, apparently. Thanks so much. Carol Lewis, you are the first commenter of the live stream. Congratulations. I'll send your prize in the mail someday. Good for you. You made it. Terry Jo Scott from Venice, Florida. That's where I really wish I was, somewhere warm, because it's going to start getting cold here, and I don't like it. But anyway, Boston Bob 3 finally made a live stream. My kitchen is being renovated in November. Awesome. I'm glad I've been a big help. That's the whole purpose of this channel. And thanks for letting me know. And thanks for being here on a live stream. Tonight, we're chatting about 10 reasons that you should renovate your kitchen, 10 reasons you may want to renovate your kitchen. And, we're going to go through those. There is a poll on the go. The poll is in relation to if you would rather DIY the whole job meaning the whole kitchen renovation yourself, or would you rather just hire everybody to do all the jobs, or would you like to DIY some and then hire people to do some other stuff? For me, it's kind of like do as much as I can myself and then call my dad. And he can do the rest, and I'll just help him. Actually, I just help him do everything. But some people like to get a little help, and some people like to try to do everything themselves, and some people just like to get someone else to do it completely for them. So let me know what you think in the poll. Hopefully you can vote on that yourself. If you are on a device where you can use your thumbs or your fingers to say hello, make sure you do and jump on the chat. And if not, wave at the screen and let us know that you're out there. And I appreciate you watching regardless. So we're going to jump into this here in a second. And as Megan pointed out, don't forget to like as you are coming in. Please do. I hit like on mine. I was the first one. So there you go. If you got to like yourself. Otherwise, I don't know. That would be sad. So, yes, let's jump in this right away. Hope you're all having a great day. And we'll jump into the comments as we go along. But these are 10 reasons why you may want to renovate your kitchen. Tonight, I'm sipping coffee out of my Ember mug. Finally got one. Got it for free, by the way. On points. Keeps my coffee at 61 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. And it's been in this mug for at least 40 minutes. It's still steaming. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off there, but no, I guess you can't. All right, cool. Enough of that chitter chatter. Let's go into number one. Well, the first reason you may want to consider renovating your kitchen, and some of these would apply to you, some of these may not apply to you. They probably apply to some people somewhere in some place, but the first one is this one. It's just that it will increase the value of your home, and generally speaking, that's one reason why some people may want to renovate their kitchen. Now, I mean, let's face it, the reason you want to renovate your kitchen is probably because the old thing just like it's given up on you, right? It's time to do something. It's been falling apart. And we'll get into some of these reasons. So, I mean, when I renovate any kitchen, of all the kitchens I've renovated for myself, it's never been because I want to increase the value of my home. I want a better kitchen than what's there. But for some people, this is a real good reason to increase the value of your home. And especially if, and it doesn't even matter if you're going to sell that home. It could be that you just, you want to pour some money in there, and that's a good place to do it. Renovating a kitchen is a really good place in your home to spend money if it needs to be done. If it doesn't need to be done, maybe it could be a waste of money. But you get a lot of return for your dollar out of a kitchen renovation, and not just on the resale, but in the actual use of the space, because you are updating it and making it better for you. And so since you're using that kitchen and you're putting some money into it, it makes sense that you would do that. So increasing the value is a good reason. Not good enough for me. Like I said, I have there's other reasons why I would want to increase or would want to renovate my kitchen, and the value really isn't one of them. Though I'm sure at some point down the road that would probably benefit me, even if it doesn't right at the very onset. So increasing the value. Let's just hey, let's jump right into the chat for a minute. Oh my goodness. So, hello from Boston. Cool, cool, cool. Yes, it's an early birthday gift, the mug to myself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Natasha from the UK. So cool that you're jumping on. I appreciate you watching. I know it's late where you are at. And so, oh, cool. Matthew saying I'm going through some old files when we added a peninsula in our kitchen to our kitchen late 2004. Yeah. Oh, the old peninsula. 2004. That's 2004 is like a long time ago, but it doesn't seem that long ago. Wow. I was just a new father back then, you know? Wow. Now my daughter's going to university, all that crazy stuff. Awesome. I want to renovate because our kitchen has been built over an old garage. So flipping cold in the winter. There you go. So that's not one of my reasons on my list, but that is a very good reason. And so we're going to all have some different reasons, but these are kind of the general ones that I'm talking about. And I managed to stay awake. Well, thanks. You don't have to stay awake for the whole thing by any means, but I appreciate you jumping on for sure. So awesome. And let's go to the next one. All right. So we want to increase the value of a home, and we may want to. This isn't a very good one, but I'm going to put it up anyway. There's new innovative technologies out there that you may want to incorporate into your kitchen. There's new things on the market. There's new gadgets. There's new types of countertops, or maybe there's innovations in cabinets or, well, I mean, appliances. Those are some of the bigger ones. And so you want to take advantage of some of those new innovations that are on the market. And maybe that's good enough reason for you to renovate your kitchen. You look at your old fridge and you'd be like, that old fridge could just have a screen in it. So why don't I buy one of those? And my dishwasher could have a screen in it, and it could be run off my phone, and everything can be run off something. So some people are really into smart appliances. I thought I was, but then I realized that it's not really as cool as I thought it was before. Because you honestly, like, you don't really use those things. Even as much as I do watch my fridge from time to time, but it's not like every day. And I don't use any of the Bluetooth functions on my range hood. My stove is a smart stove, but I still burn things, so it's not that smart. So there's just some things like that. Now, I guess when it comes to maybe some smaller items, I would maybe go for like smart taps and smart lights and things like that, where you can voice activate. Those things are kind of neat. But some people are really into the new innovations. They want to use those and incorporate them into their kitchens. And they got the money to spend, so why not spend it and renovate your kitchen in the meantime so you can incorporate those things? And maybe it just comes down to, incorporating new drawer mechanisms that are servo drive activated, push, they open, they're all electric, all those types of things. So there could be those types of reasons as well. So there's this new innovations. You want to get in on the action. You don't want to be left in the dust. You want to be on the trend setting edge, on the head of the curve. And so you're just going to spend money. You might as well spend it on some new and interesting, innovative ideas. So you can definitely go ahead with that if you want to. All right, let's go back to the comments for a second. Raymond, hey, Raymond Evans Design. I like it. I like that. I need to get rid of the pale mauve laminate countertops from the early 90s and get rid of blind corner cabinets. Ooh, yeah. The pale mauve. Remember the one, maybe, Raymond, you remember one called Berry Dust? I think it was made by Arborite. It's a doozy. Yeah, it was a good one. What says you? I'll say it. Every OTR sacrifice is a kitten saved. I don't know how that applies to kitchens, but okay. I like it anyway. That sounds like a great t-shirt right there. Dinner will be done by the time I fly back. Oh, where'd you go? I missed something. Oh, who wouldn't look for a reason to be in Paris? Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm missing all kinds of stuff because here's the first one. My new wall ovens are smart. Can run from my phone, so I guess that means I can cook Thanksgiving from Paris. There you go. That is a good idea. Yeah, but that's the thing with those smart appliances. Do they really get used? And I guess maybe some people will, some people wouldn't. But I don't use mine as much as I thought maybe I would at the beginning. And I suspect that if I purchased even a smart tap, I'd probably just use it like a regular tap anyway. So Jackie is the moderator, so we gotta be careful about the OTR chatter, just in case, she starts booting people. We don't want that to happen. Hey, Alan, great for you to be here. Good afternoon. 110. Beautiful. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Oh my current laminates are whitewashed wood. What were they thinking? They were thinking they were trying to make it look like whitewashed wood, but they shouldn't have been doing that. All right, let's go to the next reason. This next one is probably a very good reason, actually. And one of the reasons that many clients of mine in the past and even still decide to renovate their kitchen and it's aging in place, or maybe some other disability or something like that. But normally aging in place is a big one for folks who are renovating their kitchens. And this comes up quite a bit. And it might not even be the thought of, I want to renovate this to age in place, but it's time to renovate. Maybe, I've had the kitchen for quite a long time and it's just time to do it. But while we're doing it, let's do it so that it can be a kitchen that serves me when I do get older, or I may need the functionality as I get older. Hopefully we can age gracefully and have lots of long years. But, for many people, they have issues. And so we need to consider that or those people or us, we need to consider those things when we're renovating our kitchens, and to think about, how long do I want to be bending down into that blind cabinet that Raymond was talking about, or how long do I want to be, digging around without having pullouts and all those types of things. So just a lot of things to consider when you're planning a renovation. And there'd be different ways that you would design a kitchen for this aging in place scenario, as opposed to a kitchen that's not for aging in place. But I will say this: no matter what your kitchen renovation scenario is, you're going to be aging in it anyway. So you might as well, if you're going to be there for a while, make it as functional as possible, whether or not you like bending or not. Like, make it functional. So whether your knees are working fine, or your hips are all in place, you want to make it so that it's as functional as possible. But this is a very good reason to renovate your kitchen. And again, this can be on the same kind of category as if there's a accessibility issue that maybe is recent. Then this would be another reason that you'd want to renovate that kitchen. And sometimes this comes out of necessity, and unfortunately, but it is the fact for some people. And so you have to renovate. And then those kitchens are going to be designed again differently depending on the needs of the person. So one of the things I like to kind of talk about a little bit, or at least indicate, is that there's no one size fits all kitchen design that works, or one size fits all functional experience for everybody. As much as there's rules and guidelines, there's very much a real fact that we all use our kitchens differently, whether or not we're older, younger, have lots of kids, we got no kids, we have 5 people in the kitchen, we got 1 person in the kitchen. All of those reasons need to be taken into consideration, and that's what makes your kitchen functional, because it's made for you. So back to the chat real quick. Why not? Because I'm in control of all the buttons. All right. Jackie's got the boot signal up just in case anyone gets out of hand. The OTR comments. Hey, cool. Yeah, universal design is so important. Yeah, it's just true. You got to make sure that it works for you, the homeowner, and not for anyone else. Unless you're just flipping a house, then you got to go to the get the least common denominator. Yeah. for that kitchen. They make dishwashers that are a little shorter for people in wheelchairs. Yeah, and they make dishwasher drawers. There's all kinds of stuff out there for people who need those. So that's always good. Hey, Karen on Facebook. Cool. We decided to be long haulers in our home and move after 20 years or 20 years time for a renovation. Oh, cool. 20 years, it's time for a big reno. And we all have different reasons, but here's a good one. My countertops and cabinets are laminate from 1991. It's time to renovate, time to take the plunge. 1991. Wow. That was before what was that? That was before the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the Simpsons came on television, I think. Yep. Anyway, let's go back to this one. What's the next thing? Well, this could be a real one. This is a real one. You purchased a fixer upper, and it's a mess. And the neighborhood was great. The house you got for a dime, and now you got to fix the kitchen. Normally, this is a big reason for most people when they purchase a home. The kitchen is not conducive to their family, or it might just be kind of a wreck. As much as it is important to renovate your kitchen before you sell it to increase the value and to get more bang for your dollar, more ROI, a lot of people don't. I won't say most people, but a lot of people don't. A lot of homes you buy, you go into the kitchen, it's like, okay, this has to be done. And at least where I'm at, in my neck of the woods. And so that means you get that house for, a pretty good deal, but you have to put a lot of work into it. And the kitchen is one of those places where you definitely should be putting the money into to fix it up, because you're using that room every single day. I mean, you use every room every single day, but I don't know, you use the kitchen every single day too. So you might as well renovate it. Let's sip my hot coffee. Still warm. Still 61 degrees. So that's a real good one. All the houses that I've ever bought, they were fixer uppers. They were never just turnkey. You walk in, everything's beautiful and done for you. You have to do a lot of the work. You have to make sure that you get the kitchen that you want. And for us, it was fun. We liked tearing down walls, and I liked it because I get to design my own kitchen, which was always interesting and fun, and I appreciated that. And so you purchase a fixer upper, you got to get that thing fixed. You got to fix her up. So there you go. Another great reason to renovate your kitchen. Jeff's saying hi. Hi, Jeff. Thanks for coming on tonight. And I'm going to probably say your name wrong. Tree. Sorry. I probably butchered that, but just got my kitchen renovated. Thanks for your tips. Helped me a lot. Thanks. I super appreciate you letting me know. And thanks for watching, and thanks for being on the live stream. And I'm sorry that I butchered your name. I do that quite frequently with people. I'll see your, oh, here we go. We're going to raise the stakes, Barbara. I'll see your 1991 laminate countertops and raise you my 1985 golden oak cathedral door builder grade cabinets. You win. Yes. But well, I don't know if builder grade cathedral oak are coming back, but oak is definitely much more popular than it used to be in the last few years. So that's not too bad. But the kitchen is the hub of the home. Yeah, it's where all the stuff happens. All the stuff happens. I mean, stuff happens in other places, but you probably know I am the one that voted to do it all myself, taking a long time. Yeah, I got lots of pictures to prove it, and we only have, well, you're probably the only one, 4%. So would you rather DIY the whole job? 4% are saying yes. Would you rather hire? Well, 50 saying yeah for that one. And DIY some, hire the rest, 46%. I would think that more people would said DIY the whole job, but it's a big one, especially with the kitchen. It's not just painting walls. There's a lot of things involved. So, hey, Royer, it's Cool to see you back on a live stream. I love the fact that your dog has a watermelon on its head. That is amazing. Thanks for being on tonight. There's Helen. Hey, Helen. Sorry you're late. It's a beautiful spring day. Crazy. It's not spring here. I just dropped my car off for its annual services. My favorite coffee shop for breakfast. So cool. Tell everyone that you're on live stream and they can all say hi. Cool. Thanks for joining me tonight, joining us tonight. And Barbara Eaton, Ohio, finally here live. Thank you for being here. Can an outside house wall, which is between the add-on of a kitchen, be removed? Definitely chat with a contractor. I'm thinking if it's not holding your trusses, maybe. That's a good question. Part of it probably can be removed. Depends on which way the trusses are running on that outside wall. And if the trusses are resting on that, then no, you wouldn't be able to do that, most likely. But if they're running the same way as that wall that's coming down, then you likely could figure that out. So that's a good question. All right, here we go. Next one. Reasons to renovate your kitchen. So far we had increase the value of your home. We have, there's new innovations you want to take care, bring into the situation. You're aging in place. You bought a fixer-upper. It's time to get that thing fixed up. And number 5 is you got a growing family, and because of that, you need to create more counter space. You just need more room in your kitchen. And while maybe you can't remove walls, you can make the space more functional. You need a bigger kitchen, but that doesn't mean you can snap your finger and the whole thing just becomes bigger. But there's ways that you can use that space maybe in a more efficient way so that it does seem larger. And having a growing family is a great way to do that. So, and I've been through this now that our family is, in their teenage years and beyond. Now we're looking at, the other side of that equation. And, but a lot of people, they have to have room for the littles, and depending on how many little ones you have, or maybe it's not even, maybe it's your adult kids moving back in with you with their families. I mean, that's a big thing too. I was just chatting with a lady this week, and that's their scenario. One of the reasons they want to renovate their kitchen is their adult daughter and child has moved in with them, and so that's a growing family. That's more people in the home than what they're used to, and so the kitchen isn't conducive to that, and so it needs to be done. So maybe that's a good reason for you to renovate your kitchen. All right, back to the comments. I'm just going back and forth here tonight. M. Haka, hope I got that right. In the middle of a kitchen renovation, I'm doing most things myself, but hired drywall finishing. That is probably one of the best trades people to hire are drywall finishers. Good one, because that's a real challenge to get done well. So yeah, good one. I've done that in the past as well. And that's definitely a way to go. And you're on team no corner cabinets. Like it. Cool. Oh, I've been working from Atlanta since 0500, finally home. Well, that's been a long day, Winston. Thanks for being here on that long day. My daughter and her new husband. Oh, yeah, Jack, I was going to ask you how they were getting along. And I just forgot to the last couple of live streams. So, yeah, my daughter and new husband are moving in the end of this month, saving for their new home. I'm excited. Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Very, very nice. Karen Gilmore is saying, my daughter moved back in with us and is probably going to be with us permanently, wishing we could redo the kitchen because she does a lot of baking. Oh, well, it's nice that she's doing a lot of baking, and hopefully you can get a kitchen reno done. But yeah, that's a real, real thing for people. All of a sudden there's more people living there. You need to have a kitchen that works for that many people. Or, you know what? You just make do with what you have, because that's what a lot of us have to do as well. We just make do. We live in it. We have a good attitude about it. And then we just keep going on. Now, here's another good reason. You get new appliances. Your old appliances are breaking. and you're going to get new appliances, but maybe you want new appliances that don't fit the old spaces, or maybe they don't fit them, you know, because they don't make that size anymore or something, or it's a little bigger, a little smaller. So this is a good reason to update your kitchen. Normally, if you're going to update your appliances, it's probably time as well to update your kitchen. Those two things generally probably happen similar time frames. If your fridge is old enough to be replaced, it's probably been with those cabinets for that amount of time too, most likely, and so it's a good time to replace your whole kitchen because of that. But on the flip side of that, you may want, a big gas range. Maybe now you have a 30-inch, you want a 36 or something even larger, or you have a 30-inch wide fridge and you want to go with a counter depth 36, or you want to go with a 24-inch one. Like IKEA has a sleek little fridge now that's that's really really nice. I mean, it's smaller, but it's really cool looking, because maybe you just don't need a huge fridge. So you got to fit all these things in. Maybe you have just a standard range hood over your stove, and you want to put in like a gleaming beautiful OTR, and it might just be time to renovate that whole kitchen and put that OTR you've been dreaming of in that space finally. Oh, or there's other reasons, like you want to incorporate some new drawer appliances, or you're getting a dishwasher or something like that. You're getting new appliances. It's time to renovate, and that could be one of the good reasons to do so. Hello. Hey, Paula. Glad you made it. Now I know who you are. I remembered the PS. Oh, when we redo the kitchen, we are getting basic appliances, nothing fancy. Those are of older technology. And hopefully will last longer. Yeah, hopefully. I think they build in obsolescence with some of these things. They're made to last so long. Then there's like a little chip in there that just goes bloop. Okay, time to break down now. So there you go. But hopefully they will last longer. My son-in-law likes the OTR. Did I mention I love my son-in-law? Yep. We know. We all know, Jackie. You love your OTR. I love this comment, though. Lipstick on a pig. That's one of my favorite expressions. New appliances plus old cabinets. Lipstick on a pig. Why is it only lipstick? How come you're not doing the lashes? My daughters are into lashes now. And so anyway, yeah, lashes on a pig. Anyone else into lashes? Maybe I should get them to do mine for our live stream. I come up with these great big lashes. Anyways, my supply chains are still messed up. Plan ahead. Oh, with supply chains, yeah. Some appliances may be over a year out after you order. Yeah. Matthew, I hear this a lot from all kinds of people. Dealing with a client this week, and I mean, their stuff is out. They can't get anything till sometime next year. Like next year, it's not like it's December. It's only September, the 1st of September. So you're like 9 months out or even more. It's really really crazy, but it just is the way it is. Everything is just backed up. I mean, there's still, where I live, no cars on the car lots. Where are all the cars? Don't know. Yeah, they build things that break down 5 to 10 years. They definitely do. I mean, I can't prove it. It's a conspiracy theory, but I'm on that bandwagon. Appliances and water heaters designed to fail a day after the warranty expires. Yeah, that's true too. Oh my goodness. I'd like to renovate. I'd like to remove the peninsula. I don't know if an island would work for my small space. Yeah, that's something you got to definitely look at. Sometimes it's the best way to go. Sometimes it isn't. Islands definitely are great to create a little bit of better flow through the kitchen, but sometimes the peninsula is the best answer for that as well. It allows you just to utilize the space a little better. It's like it depends on the spacing and how much room you have. Sorry, I'm just I'm getting onto my phone so I can. Oh, was wondering when my coffee was getting cold, but I got to recharge my mug. What do you call this? When I'm spoiled? No, I don't know. I'm bougie. That's what it is. I'm getting bougie in my old days. All right, let's get back to. Well, let's go back into the comments for a minute. My OTR breaking was the driver to start renovation. Wanted to move it somewhere more appropriate, which caused me to move the kitchen to a better location. Oh wow! So the snowball effect really was working for you there. So that's cool. Yeah, sometimes just one of those things breaking down is a great way to end up with a kitchen in a completely different area of the home. The seller, hey Lindsay, the seller decided to paint the countertops. So gross. I'm updating the quartz this month. Ugh. Not to the quartz, I mean to the painting of the countertops. I'm sure the quartz is going to be amazing. Yeah, painting countertops. I know someone who has that in their bathroom, and it's held up for a long time. But in your kitchen, that's a different story. Yep, I'm telling you, I got first world problems. My washer dryer order was a nightmare. They sold me the set on July 4th sale, and by mid-October, I started searching and scratch and dent options. Lifesaver, same day delivery and warranty. Wow, that's brutal, right? Why would you paint countertops? That's a great question, Karen. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, back in the day, they had like melamine paint, which we've learned later on was very toxic and harmful for you, and you should never ever do that. But it was a thing. Just a quick way to renovate. And of course, Lindsay's saying the seller decided to paint the countertop, so it's a very quick fix to sell the home, make it look pretty. But then you realize, oh, these were painted countertops. So that's probably one of the main reasons. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, and that's one of those things. Peeling paint on a food prep surface, yeah. Or yeah, you're just prepping food. Yes, you got to use a cutting board, but I sometimes don't. We all do that, and you're going to be cutting into that and pieces of that getting on your knife. Painted countertops is a trend. Demo would be fun. Yes, it would be. Demos are always fun. All right, let's keep going back. I could just look at the comments all day. I just like looking at the comments. So sorry, if you're watching this in replay, it's like, Mark, what are you even doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. We're talking a little bit about reasons you want to renovate, and I'm looking at as many comments as possible because that's fun. This is a great reason to renovate your kitchen. Probably one of the best reasons is you just want better storage and better function. Your kitchen now is a nightmare and it needs to be fixed. And so you got the money saved up, or you're planning on how to budget that, or you're taking care of that somehow. And the time is now, and you want to upgrade. Maybe you're reusing your old appliances. You don't care about increasing the value of your home. It's not a fixer-upper. It's been your home. You've been there for 10 or 15 years, but it's just time, and you want to get a more functional and a more user-friendly kitchen. And so that's a really great reason to renovate. And one of my favorite parts of doing kitchen design is trying to make it functional and with not only storage but accessibility, and making the space usable for the homeowner the best that I can. And so this is one of the great reasons to renovate your kitchen. It's just time, because the old thing ain't working like it's supposed to. Back to the comments. Yeah, painting countertops may be trendy, but it's not a good idea. It's not. Why would it be trendy? I don't know. I mean, anything could be a trend, I guess. Raymond, I had a surprise last year when I replaced 20-year-old gas range with a new one. The new gas range would not fit because the gas supply connection was too high on the wall. Ooh, that's not a fun thing to find out the day that you're trying to install it, for sure. That's definitely a surprise. And something you probably wouldn't think to check because you'd think maybe that's a universal location, for I mean, I replaced a dishwasher for a friend recently, and normally there's like a 3/8, like the supply connection for the water is this like 3/8 uh, you know, thread connector thing. Sorry. Anyway, it connects to the water line, which is 5/8, and then it turns, and it's 3/8 that goes on to the dishwasher. This one, for some reason, had a hose connection on the bottom. And we're like, what in the world is this? Why'd they change it? Why couldn't they just leave it the way it was for the last 50 years or however long they've been doing it like that for dishwashers? But now all of a sudden they're using these hose connectors. Anyway. Yeah, so we had to go get a connector. But as Raymond was saying, maybe you wouldn't even think to check to see if that was an issue. So, yeah, I just clicked the button and disappeared. I'm back. Okay. All right. Yes, trending is cement countertops. I agree. I think that's something that's very cool. I like it. I thought epoxy was a trend. I don't know. It is definitely a trend. I like epoxy. I like watching the videos of the guys pouring it. It's a thing. Seriously, oh, I believe it, Jackie. I just can't believe why it would be trendy. But that's the thing. I don't know. Instagrammers and TikTokers updating their spaces. I'm glad you didn't say YouTubers. That would have hurt. That would have hurt deep. Oh, when I purchased my gas range, luckily the salesman gave me the installation instructions and made sure I gave the installing electrician because it's installed. Yes, it's always good when people are looking out for your best interest, especially when they're selling you things that could be an issue when you're installing them. So good on them. Obviously, that was a good move. Apparently, it's a new industry standard to have the connection closer to the floor. It must be an industry standard that dishwashers also have hose thread on the bottom for some reason. And yes, if it looks good in a photo, it will be a trend. That's for sure. All right, let's go back to the next one. The next thing here. Where are we at? Da 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 da. All right, here's a great reason. Things are just old. It's just old, man. Like they gotta go. It's time to go. The door's falling off. The hinges are broken. The drawer rails don't work. It's like you pull it out. You're like, anyone have a drawer like that, or drawers? Just like you're just tugging on that thing. You got to be careful that it doesn't like let go and knock yourself out with it. Or you have a door that's just on a wonky hinge, or your countertop's a mess because whatever, just a mess, or there's all kinds of reasons. But the thing's just old. It's outdated. It's time to replace. It might function perfectly. It might function really, really well, but it's wear and tear, and that's a great reason to renovate your kitchen because the thing just you used it. Congratulations, you used it. You got the lifetime out of that thing, and it's time to renovate the kitchen. And they're just time to get renewed. They're just old. I hope that's not offensive to anyone. Just because they're old doesn't mean you should get rid of them. But if they're breaking down, not working properly, it's a good indication that maybe it's time that you get something replaced. And oftentimes it's not the most reasonable thing to do to just replace, doors and hinges and drawer rails, and you might as well just go for the whole shebang and get her done. So they're just old. Back to the comments we go. All right. Here we go. Yeah, maybe some of you have drawers that don't have drawer rails. It's just a box within a hole, just wood on wood. And so might be time to go. Hey, Ashlyn. Yes, old kitchen with green linoleum flooring ready to renovate. that should be one of my reasons. You have green linoleum. Time to go. Is it like forest green? Is that what, or lime green? I think it's important to say old and not functional or broken because nothing wrong with old. I'm old. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I'm not saying just because it's old, just because it's not working. Oh, breaking down, not working properly or something. Well, there you go. Yeah, some things are old, but they're great. But some things are just broken and they need to be fixed. So you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You have sheet metal or sheet metal? I don't know. We were replacing old and cheap cabinets and appliances. New cabinets have such better functionality. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Especially if, depending on the era that you purchased your kitchen or you had the kitchen done, or you bought a home, depending on that era, there's a lot of things that have just over time have improved in drawer systems and door hinges and and different options for cabinets, and a lot of those things are worth you know putting into a new space, and or maybe worth just buying some of those items to put into your current kitchen if you can. If the layout's not the problem, if it's functional, but you are able to put some things in there that are going to work a little better, then that's definitely something you should do as well. So nothing wrong with that. Ooh, a portable dishwasher. Can't wait to get rid of that beast. Yeah, you gotta move it around everywhere and hook it up to your sink. Yep. You'd be glad. Oh, there goes my camera. I'm having lots of troubles tonight with the old YouTubes. Oh. I must remember to add new full extension drawer glides before the new tops are delivered. It would be a lot easier when the tops are off. Yes. When you're installing some of those things. It's old, it's vintage. It's not old, it's vintage. Nothing wrong with vintage, but broken isn't good. So I should have just say they're broken. All right, I'm sorry. Let's just go back. Let's just fix it right here. We'll fix it right now. Get you off my back. It's broken. All right, cabinets are broken, and it's time to go. All right. Looked into linoleum for the basement floors. Again, not as inexpensive as I thought. No, the linoleum can take you for a deep pocket trip because a lot of it is expensive. Vintage, antique, throwback, retro. Oh, words that mean old. Jackie, your birthday's coming up soon too. I know how old you're going to be because we already talked about it here before. And it's all good. Like I said, I don't look a day over 42, right? Looked into linoleum. Oh, I already got that. Linoleum for the basement. I put linoleum in the basement before. And it's pretty good. In this particular basement that I'm in right now, it's vinyl click and works really great. All right, let's go back. And then we'll get back into the chat. Hope you're having a good night. I love just looking at all the comments, and that's the funnest part. So keep them coming. And if you have any questions, let me know because I love answering questions on the spot. I think that's interesting. Before we get into the next one, let me mention this. I tried to get a hold of James from the Paint People, but I must have worded my DM incorrectly because I think he thought I was looking for like advice, like design advice, like for my own kitchen, maybe. So I got back to him and said, no, like I kind of want to chat for my audience. So hopefully I'll get that straightened out, and I hopefully can get James to come on either a live stream or a video chat. And I reached out to Frida Remstead, the author of this book, and she was super kind to email me back, and hopefully I can chat with her soon. So that would be really interesting too, because I like bringing people on, makes the night a little more interesting than me just rambling on. So, but thanks for being here just to listen to it anyway. All right, here's a good reason to upgrade your kitchen. You're selling your home. So you will get more for the purchase for the sale of that home if you renovate your kitchen. If you do it well, and you try to appeal to the masses, make it as desirable as possible to as many people as possible. And realtors will often say that this is one of the best things you can do if you're trying to sell your home, if you want to get more money for that house, is to renovate your kitchen. Then there's this balancing act, I think, because you don't want to pour too much money into it, and then and without getting that out of it. But if you want to sell the home, you might have to invest in a little bit into that kitchen to get it up to snuff. And maybe that just means countertops and hardware, things like that, or maybe you just got to do the whole thing. The issue I have with that is when you lived in that house for so long, and then you renovate the kitchen, you got to move out. It's like, oh, the kitchen's finally like really nice, and now we're selling it. So that could be hard for some people sometimes, but it is a great reason to renovate your kitchen if you're going to sell your home. And you know, it doesn't have to be crazy over the top, but you can do it budget friendly, and that's a good reason. Should you? I don't know. It's pretty case specific, if you ask me. So, right? All right. Oh, come on. Seriously? Seriously? Come on, Jackie. I thought you were turning 24. What? 25. There you go. 25 again. It just keeps happening. All right. Gumby pokey. Marmolium. What's marmolium? Linoleum, right? All right. Boston Bob saying, when your appliances are made of Bakelite, that's old. Yep. Retro, not old. Retro. Yeah, James. Yeah, hopefully I can get them on. If selling, go white. Yeah, that's what they say. Go with the white kitchen. If you want to sell, it just applies to the most amount of people. White's very popular, uh, especially people purchasing a home, because if you paint it green, chances are probably not going to appeal to a wide variety of people. It may appeal to the right person if they happen to be the one, but not likely. If a kitchen is in bad, oh, if kitchen is not in bad shape, is it worth it to renovate? Well, it sort of depends. It's If it's not in bad shape, then but it's really horrible in terms of function, or it's not serving you very well, then maybe it's worth it to renovate. If it's in okay shape and it functions great, then maybe your money can go somewhere else. Like, that's really case specific. Um, and sometimes it's not worth it to renovate if you're not going to change the layout in any way that's going to make it better than what it currently is. So if you're renovating the kitchen and everything's going back in the exact same way it was, so you're just getting a newer form of the old kitchen, but the old kitchen didn't function properly, or they had some issues, then yeah, you may want to renovate, to redesign. If it's not going to change the layout, and there's nothing you can do about that, that's just the way it is, and so that has to be. But it's there's new things that you can add to that kitchen that you couldn't otherwise do. Maybe it's worth it. However, if it's going to be renovated, but it's or the original kitchen is pretty usable and it's very functional, then maybe not. So that's a really hard one to answer because it does depend on the specific kitchen and what you're going to get out of the new one versus what you're left with if you didn't do anything. And normally you're going to get something better if you renovate. I mean, I can't see it not happening that way. I don't know if that answers your question, Paula. Is it worth it to put in tens of thousands into a kitchen that someone wants to rip out? Right. And that's my issue with renovating to sell the house. So, yeah. Like how much more are you going to get on the sale of that house because you did that? So if you're going to get like a whole lot more, you know, because you put tens of thousands of dollars in and you're getting more than that out, maybe I guess. But at the same time, probably the person moving in, it's not going to work for them, and they might rip it out. So again, very case specific, and there's no like right or wrong answer to that one. How's the poll doing? Would you rather DIY the whole job? 7% saying yes, higher, higher, higher. 42%, and most of you, 41%, are saying I'll DIY most of it or some things, and I'll hire the rest. Smart thing to do. Save a little money. All right. Carol says I renovated mine and painted the whole house before selling, and it worked like a charm. There you go. If you're going to get the money out of it, then I think it's worth it. I think that I read the average ROI on a kitchen remodel is 62%. Does that sound right? I don't know. That sounds like a lot. I think 62%. That's a pretty interesting. Like, where'd they come up with that number? Why 62%? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, wouldn't it depend on like location, and yeah, like there'd be a few variables there. I think would change that number. So I'm not sure on that one, Matthew, at all. Phil is here. What's Phil saying? I'd like it if someone was buying my house, the person buying it would want to do it. Oh yeah, that's how I am. Like when I looked at homes, I seen the kitchen. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to rip that out and take out that wall and do this and do that. So yeah, but some people just want it all done for them as well. So just depends, right? All right. Carol thinks you're correct. I'm not going to argue. She's ROI when you put 100% into it. I don't know. My new kitchen came about because my daughter purchased me a gorgeous stainless steel range and ducted extractor hood to replace the gas hob and wall oven as a thank you gift. Well, that was very nice of her. Wow. So there you go. Another great reason to renovate your kitchen because you got some great new appliances as a gift. I like it. I have a realtor friend who ran comps for my neighborhood. I planned my kitchen and 2 new bathrooms budgeted based on that. Didn't want to have $1 million house in a $7,500 or $750,000 neighborhood. No, that wouldn't be good. But a new kitchen and 2 new bathrooms sounds great. Oh, sorry. No, I didn't see the question about countertop overlay options. I did not. Ask me again, Jackie, or go try to scroll up. No, just ask me again because I'll probably never find it. I'll lose my place. I'm 21, and if I do it over again, I'd be a fireman. Well, there you go. Us people in our 20s, we just got the world by the tail. All right, asking about these companies that fit quartz or granite over top of the old one. Fit it on like a glove. Have you heard of those? They're supposedly thin. Do they hold up? Is that the one Nick Lewis was talking about? It's like a sheet that goes on over granite or quartz. If that's it, then I've heard of those, and I don't know if they hold up. I think they're quite new, but they fit quartz or granite over top of old ones. Fit it on like a glove. If it's quartz or granite, though, specifically, and it's that thin, I don't know. I'd just be a little bit leery of that. I don't know. So no, I'm not really sure. I mean, they do it. I guess it holds up, but I really don't know. I'll have to investigate that a little bit. Oh, we got you. Um, but yeah, like Nick was talking about, they have it's a clear coat sheet, and that looked pretty interesting. But again, like I don't know, some of these things are like band-aids to fix a problem, and if you're going to, I mean, and I'm sure it's probably expensive as well. So you might as well just go and get new countertop, new granite or quartz. I painted golden oak with Benjamin Moore cloud white and updated my countertops. Oh, cool. Yeah, golden. I like painted. I like painted cabinets. I painted some golden oak in my day too. Turns out nice. 43 votes on the poll, but only 23 likes. Don't forget to like the video. Come on, everyone. You know what? My next poll will be, did you like this video? Yes or no? And that'll remind everyone to go do that. Oh, I'm so smart. That'll be the next one. That'll be next week's. Kathy, hey, my current kitchen was a day gone beyond bad. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. All the cabinets built from painted MDF that is literally disintegrating. Have sweep and vacuum the wood partials from my lower cabinets daily. Oh no. Well, that's no fun. They're built from MDF. Wow. They'd be some heavy too. MDF is not light. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not going well. Uh, yeah, I mean, I've used factory like manufactured MDF doors, which were painted, in a booth, um, but not cabinetry. That would probably be an issue if the cabinets are made of MDF. Not fun. I'm planning to be in this house for another 20 plus years, so resale is not on top of mind for me. No, you want it to work for you, right? So same with us. You want the kitchen to work. We're not going to sell the house. And if that's the case, that's a great reason to renovate, is to make it functional, make it good, because you're going to be there. So thoughts about selecting slab cabinet doors for a new kitchen mixed with panel doors in other places. Slab and panel doors. Yeah, I think that works. Done that in the past lots of times. Slab drawer fronts with panel doors. I've done that. So I think it's a good idea. For sure, especially if they're mixed materials or mixed colors, like two-toned or mixed materials. Yeah, go for it. Ooh, can garages stay intact when countertops are replaced? Depends on how they're mounted. So, and it depends on the thickness of the countertop that's coming out and the thickness that's going in. But like it depends. If the countertop, if it's laminate, okay, and it has a backsplash, like the raised 3.5, 4 inch, post form backsplash. If it was installed and then the appliance garage came down over top of that and was notched out, then no. If there's no backsplash and the appliance garage just sits on top of that surface, then probably it can come out without the appliance garage having to be removed. But then you have to get the other countertop underneath there, and so that's going to depend on the thickness and are they exactly the same. You're definitely going to want to have your installer look at that for sure, because it would definitely be a pain if you had to take it out, but it might have to come out because there might not be another way. I'm not sure. I don't like that ROI math. Why would I spend $10K if it only increases my sale by $6,200? There you go. I don't know the math on that one. I'll have to check those out. Send me a link, Jackie, if you find one. I'll have a look at it. I mean, not that I can tell you by looking at a video, but it'd be interesting to see for sure. All right, let's keep going. Where am I at? I'm way down here. Hey, thank you, Tina. No, I don't. I don't need a sign that says like me. Maybe I do. I hate seeing houses that have been renovated for sale and would never buy one. Much prefer original house requiring everything to be done. Yeah. And then top quality of my choosing. That's a good point, Helen. So while realtors say it helps increase the sale of the home or helps your home sell faster, people buying it oftentimes, like me, yourself, and others, like to do the work, like to envision it the way we want it. And, you know, so maybe not, maybe it's not a good idea. MDF under a sink, yuck. Can you imagine how gross that would be? That's not a good idea. Your cabinet should never be built with MDF boxes. I would be seriously talking to the cabinet makers on that one. It depends on the weight of the car if you plan to park in the countertop garage. Ha ha. Rob, man, you made it. What's going on, man? Glad you could show up. Rob, do you know tomorrow's my birthday? I bet you didn't even know that. We're best friends. Like the video behind you, Mark. What? Oh, like the video. Yeah, a big sign. Bam. Like the video. Or a t-shirt. Or I could just do this and leave that up permanently. There. Just done it. All right. LPV fad or famous? That's a great question. I think it will be famous, possibly. But right now it's a fad. I like the idea of countertop garages. But now you have a permanent fixture that takes up counter space. I don't know. Yeah, that depends. I'm not a fan of countertop garages, appliance garage type things generally. But they were definitely really trendy, in the late 90s, early 2000s. I did quite a few of them, timbre doors, stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's case specific. Again, if you have tons of counter space and you don't mind losing a little bit in that corner, again, the corner cabinet and the corner countertop might not be the most useful space, but I mean, for us, the corner is great. Our Vitamix slides in there and it sits on the countertop and away you go. So, for that reason, it's good, but I kind of agree with you on that one. So, again, case specific, as most of these things are. All right. You know it. No, it's going to be Burger King ice cream because they have just the best. It's not only that, but there's this specific couple of workers there that they just get it right. They got the swirl. They just know how to do it. And they really pile it on. So, but if I went to Dairy Queen, it's just going to be a blizzard. So, Score Bar Blizzard, that's what I'd be getting. I'll probably just get an ice cream cake. All right, I wouldn't use a garage. I'd get sick of constantly putting stuff away. Yeah. I like what IKEA does with. I'll answer this one next. I like what IKEA does with the drawers. That's kind of useful. So it's not a garage, but it's just drawers that come right down to the countertop. I mean, they're not the only ones that do it. So, yeah, that's another way to do it. But how do you choose a contractor? Very carefully. Next. that can be difficult because there's so many nightmare stories out there, but at the same time, there's so many great contractors out there. Okay, so my advice for that is one, try just to see some work that they've done. Um, Try to get in touch with people that they've worked for to see, were they on time? What kind of job did they do? Just try to get a sense of their reputation. Um, that's the best way if you can. Sometimes you can't get that information, but you should be able to. They should be saying, here's some people I worked with, like if you ask them. And don't be afraid to ask them, what other jobs they've done. I mean, you're spending money and it's going to be work done in your home and you want to make sure it's done well. And so you should have no problem asking for, some references or some work that they've done. Actually try to talk to people who've used them. And, how long have they been in the industry or the business? That not necessarily means they're good or bad, but maybe if it's their first day on the job, if you're their first job, then maybe you may want to, I don't think about it, but again, they could be amazing. So yeah, that's a hard one. I wish there just was a way you could just tell which one's going to be good. I mean, basically, if they show up on time, I think that's a good thing right there. I found my contractor through my architect. Yeah, I mean, through industry people. So, I mean, like if someone was coming to me in my neck of the woods and they were, and I was designing a kitchen or I wasn't designing the kitchen, it wouldn't even matter. But because I'm in the industry, I know people and I know people who I'd recommend and I know people who I wouldn't recommend. And so, for that reason, I would recommend particular people. And so that's another good way to do it. Find somebody in the industry who's not necessarily connected to the installer, like they don't have like a work relationship where because but they just know them or they know people in the community. Ask around, go to your local places where they sell kitchens, ask around. They'll tell you, they should tell you at least. So yeah, so through architect or through a designer or through the people in Home Depot or the people at Lowe's or wherever. Um, that's a good place. Because I know contractors, and there's some I would say no, I wouldn't go near them. And there's others I'd say yes, definitely you should hire them. And then you'd say, well, I can't seem to get them because they're so busy, and that's just a reason because they're so good, right? All right. We got a couple more. Let's just burn through these, and then we'll call it a night. It's already been an hour. Thanks for being on for so long. And like I said, hopefully we can get James on soon. Hopefully I can get a chat with Frida, who wrote this book, Interior Design Handbook, which I've been reading, trying to up my interior design skills. Okay. You're selling your home. Oh, the last one is this. Listen, it's just your dream. You want to renovate your kitchen. You don't need any particular reason. You just wanted to do it for so long. It's now time to do it. Your kitchen could be great, but it's just you want a new kitchen. You've been dreaming of it. You've been on the Pinterest and you've been on, looking at pictures and you've been just dreaming of this for some time now, and you're finally going to pull the trigger. And so, hey, treat yourself. Maybe it's an anniversary gift of some type, or maybe it's a birthday gift, or maybe it's just not a gift, but it's just you've been wanting to do it for a long time. So it's your dream. So go ahead and do it. Maybe is your dream, it's kind of strong wording, maybe, I guess, maybe you have better dreams than that. But if you've been wishing for a kitchen for a long time and you use that kitchen a lot, you have family that's in that kitchen, you have a growing family, and you've got, this idea that you want to build something that's really incredible and beautiful for your family, go and do that for sure. So that's the last reason. There you go. All right, Carol, thanks for coming on. Bye. Oh, you can check their Better Business Bureau rating. Yeah, and there's other websites sometimes you can check. Where do you find contractors? Go to hardware stores and just find out from the project desk, the pro desk there, who they recommend or who who would they go with? If you're buying a kitchen through a lot of these places, they have installers that'll do that work for you. But oftentimes the kitchen department installers are just doing kitchens, and you have to find somebody to do all the other stuff. Like if you're doing flooring, or if you need some electrical work done, or some plumbing, like you need maybe a general contractor to do that. And so, hardware stores where those guys go or girls go, and and purchase all their materials for jobs. And normally those are great places to find, contractors that are good to work with. And sometimes, and they can tell you too, they have to be obviously careful. They can't recommend, they might not want to recommend, because you don't know. It could be the greatest guy in the world, but he's having a bad week and he doesn't work out for you. And so that doesn't reflect well on the company that recommended them. But, you can find out. Generally, you can ask the right questions and, find out if they show up on time. That's the biggest one. Are they there when they say they're going to be there? If a contractor does that, they show up on time, that's, to me, that's like a really good starting point. So, and vice versa. Like for me, when I was out measuring kitchens for clients and working with contractors, when I told the contractor I'd be there at a certain time and I showed up at time, I remember a specific instance where he came out in the driveway and I pulled in. He's looking at his watch. He's like, "Oh, you're on time." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. He's like, "Oh, wow." Like, he was impressed I just showed up on time. And so that meant a lot. And I did a lot of kitchens with that guy. So anyway, I'm rambling. It's so difficult even to find a contractor. It is, because everyone's so busy, or they don't want to do the work, they don't want to do small jobs. That can be an issue too. So, yep, underrated. I'm telling you. My dad always told me, gotta you if you start work at 8 o'clock, you don't get there at 8. You gotta be there at least 15 minutes early. So, be on time. Helen, where'd you go? There you are. Thursday morning spin with Mark. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it on a beautiful spring morning in Gippsland, Australia. Wow, so cool. All right, everybody. What else? That's it. I got no more. We're gonna go. I gotta go get an ice cream, Phil. I really appreciate all of you sticking around for so long, especially on a night like this where we're not really talking about a whole lot. But it's always yeah. Thank you. That's it right there. One of the contractors I had in to prepare a quote came in almost 100,000 over everyone else. He said he was so busy, I'd have to make it worth his while. Wow, 100,000 over. That was basically like a way to get rid of you. Unfortunately, that's how to do it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. So listen, have a great rest of the week, everyone. I would like to say that, I'm going to keep trying to get those people on. If you didn't reach out to Design Chicky yet, but I will, because why not? I'm going to do that. I just forgot. And hopefully we can get James on from the Paint People, maybe, and Frida on, talk about interior design. She's a real pro. That would be really cool. And this week's video talking about, what am I talking about? I can never remember. I'm talking about the art and science of design. Yeah, cool. All right. So that's what's going on. Anyways, have a great week. We'll see you soon. And Jackie, thanks for moderating and not kicking anyone out. And except, well, no, you didn't kick anyone out. And there's no spammers tonight, so that's really cool. All right, got to go. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, it's coming up. So coming up tomorrow. All right, everyone. I guess we'll end it. Oh yeah. Where is it at? There it is. Can you see that yet? No. Eva Soap Co. Eva Soap Co. It's coming along. Smells so good. I use it every single day. It's really good stuff. Oh, cool. Thanks. I didn't even catch it. That's why you're here. Thank you. Awesome. Only OTR haters. Yes. All right. Well, I'm glad it's working. I don't hate OTRs. I don't love them, though. All right, everyone. Have a great evening. Hey, I got to do my end screen. All right. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye.